Greetings everyone, and welcome back to more Wild Arms. My name is Rabbit, and where we left off previously, as Rudy, Jack, and Cecilia, we were all isolated into different cells within the castle called Pandemonium. We were basically held as prisoners, but one by one we were able to solve different puzzles and open different doors that led the three of us together. So after reuniting, we continued exploring the prison system and came across the cell keeper or dungeon keeper. His name is Demon Prophet, I guess, and he informed us that we would basically be spared any punishment if we just went immediately back to our cells, and he would overlook us trying to escape. And basically we told him to go fuck himself, and now we are fighting because we're not going back to our cells. So I'm just going to take this as I did our fight with Tarask. We'll just go through, we'll just kind of go through some random spells and take him down. And I bet he does magic. So I want to start with High Reflect. I wish we had like High Absorb so Jack and Cecilia could have their mana pool increased a little bit. Just a little bit. To minimize some of his... Cecilia will be whipped. What? That's not a whip, that's a tornado. Really? What? Did that not reflect anything back to him? Oh, God. Okay. Well, we'll just do the usual. Psycho Crack. Okay, let me just keep doing Meteor Dive until he's ready to go. And I will Remedy, and then I guess just Suction, Absorb Magic. Meh. It should be okay. I'm hoping that this guy's not going to be too tough. Tarask really wasn't that bad. I was kind of... Will be flamed. Jack will be flamed? That's weird. I was really surprised that I died immediately after the fight with Tarask as Jack when I was, like, soloing it. Man. But getting paralyzed and then just kind of hammered down will fuck your shit up, which I learned. I think that was our second on-camera death, so that's a little bit humiliating, but it is what it is. So, you know what, Jack, you can go ahead and use other. No. 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 Well, whatever, let's try Psycho Crack, why not? And I want to... Maybe I can anti-magic. Oh, but then that means Cecilia can't cast magic. But I'd actually rather that than him get to pummel us too much. Because Cecilia, at the very least, can use her Mystic, and I can use, like, Heal Berries, or... Oh, but shit, that might have fucked Jack up, too, because he does magic. I might have single-handedly sabotaged myself, but that's okay. Because Rudy's pretty close to where he needs to be, so we'll just keep doing that. No, I guess it's not going to affect Jack. Let me go back to Meteor Dive just to see. And if I can, I'll try to bring his armor down, but I don't know if the anti-magic field will keep us from doing any magic. Or maybe it's just offensive magic. Yeah, I don't think that really works. I guess we'll see. What? But it's like still doing magic, and it's still... Unless the field can't take when you're fighting a boss. Which could be what's going on. So, whatever. Bazooka. Let me go ahead and just use... Whoops. Heal Blade on Rudy so Cecilia can take this turn. I'm just going to have to protect everybody because this is not working. We're just going to need magic resistance because clearly an anti-magic barrier isn't going to work when you're fighting a boss. And it seems like Nor was reflecting a boss's magic. So I don't know. It's a bit unfortunate for me, but it's not the end of the world, so. And he seriously needs to die. He does so much damage to individuals, it's not even funny. Oh, nope, not Protector. We learned our lesson last time we tried that shit. So Jack will just heal himself to buy Cecilia more time to throw Protect up on some peeps. So we did Rudy, let's do Jack, and then Cecilia will be last. And then I can actually use High Guardian. So I may opt to do that rather than protect Cecilia first. But anyway, just to not commentate over what you guys can actively see yourself. I guess I can continue something that I started talking about 2 episodes ago, I want to say, and that was what LP is going to come after this, since we are very rapidly drawing to the close of this game. Let's do the rocket launcher, and then we'll do Sonic Vision, and High Guardian. This guy should definitely die this round. I'm hoping anyway. So I do know what I plan to play. I was starting to tell you guys that I do have a pretty expansive list that I've just kind of added to over time. If I see a game that I'm like, oh, that would make a really good LP, or, you know, someone sends me a game and I'm like, I think this would be great. Like, I now have this and I can play this, or I have access to it. So anyway, those are the factors that kind of go into the longer list. But I do have like a shorter term one that has maybe like 5 or 6 things that I plan to play within the next year. Anyway, the Demon Prophet says, I can see the end of this fight. It is, no, not me. That's right. You're dead, son. Give me that XP and that money. So yeah, the games that I plan on playing within like the next year or couple of games, that's what I immediately have just kind of waiting for me. And was there anything to the, before I do this, we'll be right back. I want to make sure there was nothing to the north of where we all reunited. I don't think so. Okay, there was not. And I don't think there was anything over here either, because Handpan went up this way to flip the switch. But we should check all of the vases. And anyway, I know immediately after this, some people have been asking, am I going to start with Wild Arms 2? And the answer to that is no. Wild Arms 2 is, I think, maybe the 4th game that I plan on playing immediately when this one is done. The next one that I intend to play will be another Sega Saturn title, just because I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. Oh. Okay. Well, let's have Handpan help us out here. I got a lot of positive feedback about me doing, oh, am I back here again? About me switching it up and not just playing PlayStation games. So I do want to play a Sega Saturn game. I also want to play a Game Boy Advance game. I do have a 3DS, and so I kind of want to play a couple of like 3DS or DS games or Wii games for you guys, but I just haven't really narrowed down what I'll immediately play after the Sega Saturn title. I might play another PlayStation 1 game just because I like them so much, and I don't know, I just have a lot of, oh, weird, like fond memories of PlayStation 1 titles. So that's why I play so many of them for you guys and for this channel. And I would do more games from the Sega Saturn, but unfortunately, there aren't that many RPGs on there. And I mean, I suppose I can still play, oh, Cecilia needs to be healed, so let me heal myself. I suppose I could still play like platformers or like beat 'em up games or like rail shooters, but those aren't really my style. I like games that are heavily story-based, and that's kind of been the foundation of my channel since the very beginning. I might eventually play a couple like Nintendo Entertainment System games that are obviously not going to be RPGs. We'll just attack them and try to get them down here. And, oh, how about, can I just put, no? Jeez, what is up with this? I guess let's Valkyrie them, why not? So there will be some games that I know I'll eventually get to that won't just be RPGs, because I know some people do like some titles like that. Like, I've had someone ask me if I ever plan on playing any of the Sonic games, because I am a big Sonic fan. Particularly, I loved Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast and Sonic Adventure 2, I guess, Battle, which was on the GameCube. And I actually have Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on Steam because my GameCube copy was stolen when my dad's house was robbed last year. And if you guys weren't aware of that, yeah, like some asshole had broken into my dad's house and stole a lot of our video games, not just like the newer ones. They did take some of like the PS2 and obviously the GameCube games, but they also took a lot of like our retro games that were very pricey and were worth quite a bit of money. And Beelzebub, is that supposed to be like a pun off of Beelzebub? But anyway, so yeah, someone came and they took a lot of our games that were worth, in my opinion, a considerable amount of money. You know, maybe they wouldn't have gotten me like $500-600, but we had a lot of like Nintendo Entertainment games that were stolen, that are rare. I had a Virtual Boy, which the Virtual Boy wasn't stolen, and not all of the games were stolen because they weren't all out. Like there are some that are in my father's storage unit, but they took like one of my Virtual Boy games, and I don't even know if you can find a Virtual Boy anymore. Like they were in limited supply even when they were released originally. So it's just kind of like, I don't know why people are such scuzzballs and so dishonest in the first place. Like you break into a house and you don't even steal like food, or because you know sometimes I feel like people are just like, oh, if you steal anything you're a piece of trash, and I think there are situations where I can kind of understand it. Like I've heard stories about single moms who like have really been screwed over and they might steal like baby formula or something. Like I would feel bad about turning that person in, but how are you gonna break into someone's house and then steal video games? Like, I don't know. I was really upset for a long time. But anyway, don't let me get on a tangent about that. The point of this story is just to say that my physical copy of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was taken, and I don't think that's a hard one to find. Like, that one wouldn't have been difficult to replace, but I found it on Steam, so I decided I'm just going to keep a virtual copy to avoid this happening again. But anyway, someone named Shazam appears and says, in just a little while, the black tear will rain down on the land. The end draws near for this planet. Oh my. Well, that's not good at all. And guys, I know this is a little bit early, but you already know the drill. I really don't want to have a fight get split, and I don't think I could kill this guy in like 3 minutes. So we will go ahead and end the video here, under 13 minutes. So when you guys come back and join me in our next episode, which will be episode 96, we will take on Shazam and hopefully be able to stop what Al-Hazard and these demons are trying to do with this darkness tear, or this black teardrop, whatever it's called, because obviously we don't want Filgaia to die or disappear. So hopefully we'll be able to stop them. We'll have to find out together on the next episode.